From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode, Shea is back with tips for keeping track of your finances in the digital age. Our industry focus is on a workforce development program, and numbers count in our success story.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Welcome back to Business, Equity, and Opportunities, our accounting and bookkeeping segment, continuing a conversation that we started with Shea, the Chief Financial Officer for Circle City Broadcasting, of course, the parent company of Wish TV, and leadership of the work that we do here on our broadcast as well. Thanks for being with us. You ready to jump into this part two of sort of taking things online with your books?
Yes, please, Scott. Let's get after it.
All right, so I have to confess, I still think of an accountant or a bookkeeper, and I've got visions of a, big stack of ledgers and some thick number 2 pencils, maybe a monocle, and you guys poring over this sort of sorcery of the numbers. How realistic is that at all these days, or is the whole world now digital?
No, I think what we have transitioned to is far more electronic-based, business handling, and that includes our banking relationships, that includes our cash receipts, our payments coming in, our accounts receivable coming in from our customers. That includes the disbursements going out to our vendors. So much of how we operate and how businesses operate these days is literally at the stroke of a touch of your finger on your mouse pad. So, and it honestly has made things more efficient, and it has certainly allowed for, I think, accessibility advantages, whether they be, you can basically run your entire office from remotely if need be. And we found that to be a massive advantage in the past few years.
Do you find that people are comfortable making the full move over? And is it tough if you don't jump in with both feet? In other words, I feel more comfortable if I keep this in a checking account, like a conventional checkbook ledger. But, for this, maybe I'll use it. Would you rather people see people take one strategy and really go for it?
I think so. I think it makes sense to have a full systemic commitment to that online aspect. And what I found is, the kind of people who generally push back on that do eventually get won over. Eventually when they see how efficient things can be, you're not typing out vendor information on individual checks, things of that nature. You can do business banking now where you can initiate entire check runs through your banking relationship. And so it's, I think people, once they realize that there is a little upfront, maybe time that you have to invest in that process, once you get over that hurdle, it saves you so much more time on the back end that I fully endorse going as digital as you can.
Is there much paper anymore, even just record keeping? I mean, just out of your camera view, are there stacks of file cabinets full of the last 10 years of your work?
Well, Scott, I would never tell, right? But of course, there are some, paper-based systems. For instance, our vendors still send us, many of our vendors send us paper invoices.
Sure.
And so, that is not a choice of ours, and so we have to accommodate one way or the other. But yes, as much as we can, we've tried to streamline those aspects and get everything as digital as possible. And I feel like, based on relationships we have with others, that many others are doing the same as well.
And who knows, maybe your other vendors will watch and say, well, that seemed to be pretty efficient, and they'll join online as well. Shea, as always, thank you.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Welcome back to Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Time for our industry focus. Every job comes with some kind of training. It may pay to get more of that once you're doing the work to excel where you are and advance in your career. Enter Project Azul.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Industry Focus.
Project Azul is a nonprofit focused on supporting individuals in Central Indiana who are unemployed or underemployed and interested in starting a career in logistics or manufacturing. And we provide support to individuals by providing career coaching and barrier busting, enrolling them in a training program through one of our partners at either Vincennes University Logistics Training and Education Center or Purdue University Manufacturing Extension Partnership. And then once they complete a training, we work with one of our employer partners to find an opportunity that fits their employment needs. We were started by Tom Morales, who is the co-founder of the Morales Group, and Tom was looking at real data that he had in his pool of individuals who were being offered entry-level jobs. And these jobs, they didn't offer a wage that was sustainable for their needs and their family's needs. So he started to dig into the data to see what's going on, why are individuals only being offered entry-level jobs, and found through discussions with employers that there was a skills gap. And Project Azul was started as a nonprofit to help fill that skills gap and help get people into better jobs that offer opportunities to not be an entry-level job. So we work to get individuals into jobs that are above entry level and that offer opportunity for continued career growth.
We look at the individual like as an individual, they're not a number, and so that allows us to, build rapport and then understand, what their employment needs are. I think we're unique in that sense because, we don't just focus on the training component. Once a person completes the training, then they come to me with, with that hope that, they're going to attain better employment. And so we recently served a veteran. This individual came referred to us through a partnering agency. He had been out of the workforce for many, many years due to him being the sole caregiver of his mother. And of course, when his mother passed away, he decided that he wanted to, go back to the workforce, but with the, gap of, employment, he was having a lot of difficulties landing a good opportunity in spite of him having really great skills.
So we work with a number of different employer partners to help individuals identify a job that fits their needs. So we look at things like what side of town the employer is on, what shifts they offer, what hourly wages they offer, what types of benefits they provide. And then we work with these different employer partners and our candidates to identify who fits where, and we provide that referral to those employer partners so that they can get that direct hire job. So we partner with Vincennes University Logistics Training and Education Center to provide a couple different trainings. Forklift Essentials, where they get trained on up to 6 different type of fork trucks. We also have a Team Lead Essentials, where they can learn the basics and the foundational skills of what's essential to be an effective team lead. We also have a Warehouse Associate Essentials training that's an overview of warehousing and also includes the team lead and forklift trainings. And then through Purdue University Manufacturing Extension Partnership, we have kind of a manufacturing 101 type course that's really like a manufacturing boot camp.
It absolutely, makes me want to continue doing this work because of the, that's the reward that you get, is knowing and seeing how lives are transformed. Taking people, from being hopeless to, giving them hope. And not only that, the opportunities that we provide them with are meaningful, to their lives because it's not just any job. I mean, this is, opportunity for careers.
I really love what we do here at Project Azul. My family was a blue-collar family, and the opportunity to grow a career is something that I think is really important in these industries. We know that these industries are essential. These workers are essential to really making sure that we have everything that we need as a society. So being able to provide individuals with that opportunity for career growth and that added support that they need to get to the next step is really what excites me about doing this work. Anyone in Central Indiana who's interested in starting a career in logistics or manufacturing or growing their career if they are currently in the industries, we provide support to anyone who is at least 18 years or older, has authorization to work in the United States, and has a government identification or a driver's license depending on the training that they're interested in.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. We wrap things up every week with a success story. This week, a tale of family and financial services.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Success Story.
The mission of Numbers Count LLC is to provide clients with the technical expertise and financial support they need to succeed in an ever-changing business landscape. Letitia Maples-Johnson is a co-founder.
Numbers Count is a financial management firm, and what we do is we handle the 3 largest contributors to your profit margin, which is your people. So we do all the payroll and HR. We do the accounting, so the finances, and then lastly is your AR. So what's your largest source of revenue, and ensuring that you're maximizing on that. The reason that we started was because we were doing accounting in a lot of smaller businesses, and we found that they were losing a lot of money, especially when it comes to their accounts receivable. And the way that they were losing it is they were not on top of it, so their account receivable was just aging, which causes major cash flow issues. So we introduced a system that allows us to combine those 3 major sources and contributors to your profit margins, so you always have the reports and resources to make the most educated, profitable decisions. So yeah, and that's been we've been in business for almost 4 years, but we've been doing accounting with a combined experience of 30 years.
I was introduced to it. I've always was in banking, but Letitia kind of brought me over to the other side of the accounting world, and then we kind of soared from there. But I would say Letitia kind of helped me push my way over to introduce me to the other side of accounting. So yeah.
Really just, I saw a need in the community. I felt like that we really needed to serve our community and not make the numbers so scary. A lot of times when you are speaking of accountants or bookkeepers, it's not as easy, like personable. And so we wanted to make sure that you have that personable experience. Also that, it is a one-stop shop, that it is affordable, that we are providing accurate, usable information, and that we're actually a partner with you. As entrepreneurs, you get into this world of isolation. It's like you're on a desert island and trying to sort everything off, and that alone can be very stressful, especially when the money is what you need to fund the business in to get your dream up and off the ground. Having that business partner and someone who cares truly just as much about the success of your business as you do, to bounce that information off of and to make the right decisions. We saw that was not happening in your traditional accounting firms.
Yeah, absolutely. We love that we are in Indiana because there's so much opportunity out there. With any entrepreneur, we all have our dreams and what it is that our small piece of changing the world, and really Indiana is the place to make it happen, from bakeries through owning your own manufacturing shop. And we've helped entrepreneurs from all walks, from your just small mom and pop, which you would think you're small until you hire us and then you start growing and your second location. But from your small little cupcake shops to your manufacturing, the logistics, it's so much opportunity out there, even with the remote. People think that jobs are kind of going away. I mean, they're blooming.
Yeah. Well, you've been in business long enough now to be projecting to the future. What's the future look like for?
Oh, it looks amazing. We're growing, and we're just taking it all in at this point. But our future is, especially here in Indiana, like you said, people are just wanting to own their own businesses and grow and everything. So for us, that's wonderful because we're there to help them. So I think for us, it's wonderful. It's so wonderful.
When you get up in the morning and you get ready to go to work and you know what you got waiting for you and stuff, what is the thing that supercharges the most, kind of warms your heart about what you're doing right now in your lives and in this business?
Helping the people. I would say that kind of gets us up and on our way. Like once we're, our mind is set, we're here to, it's our passion to help and to be out there in the community, and that gives me my little coffee I need. And to kind of piggyback off of hers is to be able to celebrate those small or big moments with our clients of entrepreneurship, whether it be celebrating their first client, their first contract, what's that look like, how to obtain different funding, applying for grants. That's one of the things that we assist with, and for a grant to actually come through and you win that grant, that is something that both of us wake up and we love to hear about our clients' growth, our clients' success. And we're here with you through the downfalls as well, but definitely the client success, because that's exactly where we want to see the growth.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.